What's up, Knucklehead Nation? I'm Joey El Gallo, and I'm here with Tommy, the Genie, and we're going to have some fun. The Loaded Gloves Top 10, baby. The pound for pound Loaded Gloves Top 10 list. The freaks, the tough guys, the crazy ones, the guys put here by the boxing gods. You're listening to Loaded Gloves NYC, broadcasting from the Loaded Glove Studios in Lower Manhattan, baby. Shout out to Knucklehead Nation all over the world. British Knucklehead Nation, New York Knucklehead Nation, Thai Knucklehead Nation, Brooklyn Knucklehead Nation, California Knucklehead Nation, Texas Knucklehead Nation, Russian Knucklehead Nation, Montenegro, even though you got knocked out, Knucklehead Nation. What's up, Gringo Malo? How you doing today?
Knocked out, Knucklehead Nation.
Knocked out, Knucklehead Nation.
Don't call me Gringo Malo.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
You're making me like into the
evil.
bad guy on the show, like Darth Vader. Like, all right.
So
we haven't done one in a while. It was almost a year ago we did our freak list. By the way, don't get mad if we post this and it says Loaded Gloves Top 10. We don't think these are the top 10 best fighters. These are the top 10 most interesting.
Yeah.
What the? And then they're in no particular order. Well, I mean, we retired one of them, so
he's still on mine.
Is he still on yours? I didn't even make one.
He's like honorary member. Like
who? I'm not. You're talking about?
Yeah. To me, I'm not's always.
We should name of the belt. The something to it. I'm not. We have to.
All right. So I'm gonna give you mine.
I didn't even do mine on paper. I thought we were gonna make one up as we went along. So
all right. Well, I just did mine off the top of my head. I got Amnat is my, he's like, what do they call when you're like?
He's your legend. He's your, he's idol.
Amnat Ruin Wrong is like the champion in recess.
I think the all-time grandmaster of our weird list, because he had a weird fighting style and he has the most wins of boxing of all time, is Willie Pep.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Willie Pep was a nut job. If you ever see interviews with him and stuff.
Fight you like upstairs, like in a basement.
He used to be dancing, in the ring, but...
All right, so you've got your champion is Willie Pep. I agree with that. And then Amnat. And then, of course, you got Murat, who's got to get busy.
Murat's
Gassiev.
gone down a couple of notches on mine. My number one weirdo of all time, because now he's getting press, is Usyk.
I knew you were going to say that. And he's on my top 10.
Yes.
Usyk is the WBO. Usyk is the WBO cruiserweight champion from the Ukraine.
Now,
he's 11-0, 10 KOs.
This doesn't have anything really to do with record, because if it's somebody's just damn interesting and weird, we like him.
So, okay, we agree. I'm not Willie Pep. We agree on Murat. Okay, Murat is Russian, 24-0, 17 KOs. He is the IBF champion. Now, here's one.
Yes.
That may stick around for a while, even after he retires, Tony Bello.
Is he? Yeah.
Tony Bello's in. I think he's
weirdo.
in the Loaded Glove Top 10 weirdos.
He's weird. He's definitely nuts. Hell, Brooks nuts, but I can't put him on the list yet.
He's the WBC champ. I can't either. If he beats Spence, he's on there. Tony Bello, I love Tony Bello because he's a boxing gods type of guy. He keeps winning
I have
these
to
fights.
retire him because he knocked out BJ Flores.
He's got to be on your list.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so put him on my list.
Bello's got to be on your list, man. He's like a legend.
I have my new arrival to the Loaded Gloves weirdo list. Doesn't even have to be a top 10. It's just a new one. My new guy, and it's not even weirdos, just like different, odd, quirky fighters, and somebody to watch is Vansel Kurtzidze.
Oh yeah, I got it. You're right. I didn't have him.
Kurtzidze's got to go on my. I love him.
Yep.
After watching that video of him training outdoors when it was 20 below and they were having a snowball fight with their shirts off and they were dumping ice water on each other, I had to add Kurtzidze to my, and he's relevant now.
Heck is that?
Who is that?
Fioret Arslan. Look at this guy's got a cleft lip.
No, but Kurtzidze's moved into my top. Joey loves Kurtzidze. What's his nickname? He's the White Mike Tyson.
The White Mike Tyson. I love Kurtzidze. I hope he.
Kurtzidze's moved up.
Yeah.
In our list.
Good call.
Yes.
Now, this guy's
Knockout CP Freshmart's always there too.
Knockout CP Freshmart. Okay, a new addition to the Loaded Gloves Top 10 Freak List. Discreet Sorungzavi for beating Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
Who now definitely will have a name of a chain of food because they'll change his name.
He deserves one.
He'll come back next week and be like KO Fried Chicken Freshmart or something.
He deserves
like that.
3 box recs.
Yeah, he does. They all have 2 now.
Only the Thai fighters have multiple box recs.
Yes. We should let Amnat select the champions. Give him something to do. I'm sure we could get Amnat on. He's not doing anything right now.
But, we're just talking about, I think he's going to pop up with a big fight. He's got to get offered fights.
I think he'll pop up in a big fight. And I think Kurtzitze will be a champion this year.
That's a bold statement. He's a middleweight.
I do. I think Kurtzitze, who's been sparring with one of our guys that should be on our list, but he's not weird enough. He's on our regular boxing list, Joe Smith Jr.
Oh,
he can't be in our top 10 weird, quirky guys. He's got to be in our top 10 real pound-for-pound guys. We'll put him on this list, too, just because he's still working.
Dude, you got
construction.
You got Sinscreep. Okay. Who else is on here? See, I kind of mix my freak list with talent list.
Yeah, but then our talent list.
That's true. So you can't put Mikey Garcia on there. You can't put Lomachenko. You can't put Frampton. That's right. So we got Murat Gassiev.
This is kind of like our Halloween list, but in March.
Murat Gassiev, Siskrit Sorungzavi, Tony Bellio, Kurtzitze, Amnat, who is always on there. Who else? Okay, let's see here.
Maybe this new guy might be on there soon. This Naknoy Freshmart after he beats Kazuto Ioka.
That's true.
Maybe. He's not there yet. If he wins...
Wang Hang Mediothan's on there.
Ioka's got to be like that guy that says, now that I have some momentum, they're throwing another Thai guy at me because he lost to Amnat.
Say, this guy, too, no one talks about this guy.
Who?
Jose Argumendo. He is the, the hell is he? What is he? Bantamweight IBF champion. He's a good fighter, but I don't know anything about him. Okay,
well, why are we making him a weirdo, though?
Because I don't know him.
That doesn't mean he's a weird guy.
So who you're saying Wang Hang is...
Wang Hang can be there, yes. Wang Hang's got a fight, though. Does he have a fight coming up?
I don't know.
I don't think so. It's been a while for Wang Hang, whose name is also Cheyapan Munsori.
That's what I don't get. I don't get the names.
He hasn't fought since January, Wang Hang.
So something I wanted to do was somehow get a box rec profile done of you and me in the show. There's got to be a way to fake it. No?
I don't on their site, no. Because they check sources. You can't create a fake rec. I could probably have somebody make us fake box recs as a joke.
I think we should get box recs done.
I do too, but maybe we should have a fan of the month and they should get a box rec.
Yeah, that's funny.
We have good fans, man. We have the best fans.
So, a guy who used to own the Loaded Gloves Top 10 Freaks is Tyson Fury. He's dropped out for good.
And we can add that girl. We can have a girl to our freak.
How about that girl
that little 12-year-old that fought the other night? We'll put her on.
She was crazy, bro.
What's her name?
We watched this fight. It was PBC on Thursday night,
the
right?
The debut of the Olympian,
Marlene Tapalis?
Esperanza,
whatever.
Yes.
She fought Thursday night, PBC on ESPN, and she fought this girl who looked like she was 12.
Yes.
Got her ass kicked. She got nailed all fight. She didn't even sweat. She didn't even bruise.
It's a girl with no
what
pulse.
A pain tolerance. I mean, oh my God.
The girl's name was Rachel Sazoff.
She's unbelievable.
Rachel Sazoff. She's now 0-3.
And by the way, when's Nanu Inoue going to fight? The monster.
They were talking. Night at MSG. They were talking about it. So some guy behind me was saying that he really wants to win. He wanted Roman to win.
Yeah, I mean, it says there's all these
I don't.
The fight that got away.
See, at the beginning of the night, though, I agreed with the guy behind me when he said he thinks Inoue could beat Roman easy, and I said I agree with you. I've been saying that for months, but now that guy looked so bad predicting all the other fights that night that was behind me, now I don't even want to agree with him on that. But I love the monster. These Japanese guys, man, they're coming now. We might have a change in power, a shift in power. Because Shinsuke, man, that guy's real. Shinsuke Yamanaka's top 10.
I agree. He's going to...
But the problem is when you want to watch these guys, they're on at 3 a.m.
I've gone nuts trying to find these guys.
Well, Shinsuke is amazing.
Yeah, I've gone...
Inoue sat there, watched Roman take apart Quadras in the most calm expression on his face. Like, that's it.
That was the craziest
He
thing.
just sat there looking at him like, that's it? That's all you got, Roman? That's it?
I think
he felt confident after that fight. I think people saw the Roman weaknesses forming since the Valoria fight. I really do.
I think he's got to go back down. He's got to go to 112. Roman absolutely does.
You know, Floyd sitting there said something like, well, another guy that fell getting close to my record.
Who won?
You know, you got this guy, Knocknoy, now Freshmart, who, you know, the guy's lost 4 out of his first 5 fights, and now he's won like 61 straight. So who's really got a record? You know what I mean? You know, Lomachenko won 100 and something straight fights in the amateurs. This undefeated needs to be, like, abolished. Who cares?
I couldn't agree with you more.
Who cares?
I can't, like, what does that prove? It proves it proves you're an amazing fighter. But 2, it proves in today's climate that you're a master politician. And you know the boxing game better than anyone. Other than, like, the 108, 112, 115 guys that legitimately fight everyone around them.
Yeah, they fight everybody in their weight class, but everyone likes to say that there is no one guy that stands out in the weight class. Maybe that just means they're all good. Like, maybe that doesn't mean there's one guy that can dominate, like Triple G, who had 2 years of basically Canelo being the only guy that was decent.
Yeah.
I personally think Lomachenko's pound for pound. He's 7-1. He's 7-1. Because nobody makes everybody look as bad. And the one fight that he lost, he didn't lose. He got headbutted to death. He got his weight they messed with the weight. You know, Salido needs to buck up and get back in the ring with him. Lomachenko did this really cool. Let's see if I can find it. Lomachenko sparred with T.J. Dillashaw from the UFC.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Here it is.
That's crazy.
T.J. Dillashaw's exact words were spar. And this T.J. Dillashaw's an amazing UFC fighter. He's one of the best. And
he's got a big fight. He's going to fight, what's his name? Cody Garbrandt. That's going to be a good fight.
And here's what he said. He said they said the pair sparred for 4 4-minute rounds. And this is what Dillashaw had to say. He said, he put it on me. He said, he's a cardio machine. He doesn't give you a break. I have so much respect. I just wanted to share the ring with the guy, and he was amazing. I would never pass up the opportunity. I wish I was in better shape.
Holy
He goes, he is amazing. So, you know, he said he praised him, and then he said, he's turning you into punches. That's his thing. He gets those angles where you can't find him. You're looking, and as soon as you find him, he's hitting you. It was amazing. It was stunning. I'm a guy who wants to use angles and use footwork. So I can learn a lot from him, and I really hope to get to work with him in the future. He is the best boxer out there. So, you know, you talk about all this McGregor, and who cares?
Who cares?
These guys are sparring, and they're learning from each other. Nobody has footwork like Lomachenko. He took, what's the guy he beat? Nicholas Walters, who we had as one of our favorite guys, and made him quit from footwork.
And then Rocky Martinez,
he's amazing.
Roman Martinez
is amazing, and he doesn't take anybody lightly. They were just interviewing him. He's fighting Sosa, who we actually like Sosa, and he said, "I'm not taking Sosa lightly." He goes, if you take somebody lightly, look what's happened recently. You take somebody. He said Roman might have been looking past this guy. He said you don't look past anybody. He's like. It says something when you've had 400 or something amateur fights. It is a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah, you got to have it. And another thing, too, is they interviewed Oscar Valdez, right? And I love Oscar Valdez interviews. He's a real dude. He said that he fought in the amateurs because Lomachenko's not even 30 yet. He's like 27 or 28. And Oscar Valdez is like 25. He said Vasyl took him to school.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are the top of the game, and they're saying that he's on another level, and I love the dynamic with his father too.
It's like watching ballet when he's in the ring. It's peaceful. It's like a peaceful experience. Actually, Valdez said something cool the other day, like about saying, you know, everybody some people, casuals. He didn't use the word casuals. Try to discredit amateur boxing. He said, but you got to understand amateur fights. It's even just like in the sense of the referee. If Triple G or somebody's fighting on TV and they're getting cut bad, they're cash cows. They're going to stop the fight. Amateurs slug it out until one of them's dead, bro. Like they don't say we're going to stop this fight because he's making $8 and we want to make sure he gets it. They stop fights when like Canelo. Come on, man. If Canelo had a little baby cut on his eye, they'll start looking at him in the corner. That was another thing. I don't even want to go off subject, but that Roman Gonzalez fight, They wanted to stop that fight and give it to Roman mid-fight. Like every round, they had 11 guys in the corner of Ringvasi.
Also,
staring at him, and they kept asking him, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" What was going on with that? Because Roman's face was cut up, his head was bleeding.
Roman had the nasty cut.
Yeah, and he couldn't breathe. Roman, he was sucking wind. His kid's just walking back to the corner, sitting down, and they're going, "Are you all right? Are you all right? Are you okay? Because we're going to stop it if you're going to keep getting hit like that." Getting hit like what? That was pissing me off.
And nobody was in Roman's corner.
Nobody.
He had the gash.
If they would have stopped that fight, I would have run in the ring. I would have flipped out. We saw it coming. Like the 7th round, we're like, why are they all staring at this guy? They wanted to stop it because they sensed Roman was losing. That's my impression. I got angry during that. They had 11 guys. They had medical specialists from Dubai like fly in and look in the corner going, "We're going to stop this. You don't look good." After he just threw 150 punches and landed 100 of them.
Do you notice that they were doing that with Jacobs too?
Yes, but they really did it to that other kid.
Yeah, that was scary. Listen, Roman almost. I thought Roman was going to get a knockout in a few times.
Yes.
Because when Roman catches you in a flurry, he's accurate and he's like, but he just couldn't hold it up.
I don't think those Thai guys care. I don't think they care. The pride of the victory and the adventure that they took to get here. He was smart. He only had like 2 guys in his corner.
Picture of Lomachenko doing handstands. Like he does amazing, crazy training.
He's amazing. He you know what? He is pound for pound.
Oh, speaking of amateur, Michael Conlan's debut at MSG. Have you ever seen a more hyped amateur? I have yet.
It's ridiculous.
Since Oscar De La Hoya.
It's ridiculous. I know it's good for boxing in a sense, and it was amazing that the theater at MSG sold out on a card where it was basically guys making their debuts against nobodies. That was it.
There was a lot of good Olympians.
Yeah, that was the card. They could have had a question mark. Everybody could have been a TBD up until the night. They wouldn't have cared. It would have sold out. But that's not fair to guys. A lot of guys are writing on Twitter, "I'm on my 20th fight." Guys are like, "I'm 20-0 with 15 knockouts, and I can't get on TV, and I can't get a main event, and I can't get to MSG." But because Conlan was gave a very impassioned speech when he got robbed in the Olympics, and he's got Conor behind him. But I understand both sides of the story. If Conlan is as good as they think he can be, it's great for boxing.
Right.
Sorry to the other guys, but. And we're friends on social media and everything with a lot of the Golden Boy kids, and blame Oscar that you're not getting the fights. Don't blame this guy.
I agree. And something else. I'm going to go back to Lomachenko quick. He thought he was fighting Salido, and then Salido took his name out. So
I don't think Salido's afraid of him, though.
I don't think so either.
No.
And then look at another thing is too on Lomachenko. They expect him to jump up to lightweight by 2017. So,
oh my God,
he jumped up to 135 pounds, and I worry because
we heard
he's
that
small.
rumor. We heard that rumor. Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia.
I worry because listen.
I don't think Mikey Garcia can beat Lomachenko.
That's a real Pugilis dream. That's a Pugilis wet dream.
I don't think. I know I love Mikey Garcia, and we were celebrating his return to the ring, and he came back and already won a belt.
Beast.
Lomachenko's not human, man.
He's not. But do you? He's got thunder in his fist, Mikey Garcia.
He's got that card coming up, right? It's the Ukrainian card. Remember? It's Lomachenko, Usyk, and I can't remember the other guy. Was it Godsick?
He's 28 years old, Lomachenko, 7-1, 5 knockouts. Fought for a world title in his second fight.
He's got a deep amateur career, though. He's maybe gets to age 35 and he's done.
So he goes to lightweight. He's fighting Mikey Garcia, Jorge Linares, Robert Easter Jr.
Linares called both of them out. He said when he beats Crolla.
Yeah, you've got a genie feeling about that fight, Crolla Linares.
No, I don't. I actually like Linares. I do.
I thought you had a genie feeling.
I love Crolla. But I will tell you one thing. I got a tip today on Twitter I talked to all those guys in the UK, and there's this guy Anthony who writes a couple boxing columns. And he actually used to work for Eddie Hearn. And he talked to me a lot on Twitter, and he said something about Crolla in sparring. He's stronger than he was, and he looks better. They said he looks more prepared for this fight. So we'll see. Should be a great fight.
Oh, you know what?
I like Linares, man. He's a class act. Look, how many guys win in England and then say, "I'll fight you again in England"?
That reminds me, I'm trying to find...
Leo Santa Cruz should listen to a guy like this.
You know who I want to shout out is... Who's that boxing? Okay, you know what? Let me give a love to one of our guys we share information. the Boxing Fan Man.
Yes, that guy's good too.
Twitter
Great
at
guy.
the Boxing Fan Man, and he called us out for not, giving UK Knucklehead Nation, but hey, the Boxing Fan Man, wherever you are in England, right?
He's a good writer too. We posted one of his articles, and we probably will post more.
Yeah,
he's good.
You know what we want to do?
Maybe we'll have him call in. Maybe we
would love to do a call.
Yeah.
We're going to go to England at some point, and we want to do ringside with the Yankees or whatever.
Yanks, not the Yankees.
Yanks.
That sounds like a baseball show.
But we'd love to go to a fight in England. So
Derek Jeter.
Now batting.
Jeter.
Jeter. So, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on. And not to mention, we haven't spoken about the featherweight division in a while. And the featherweight division is still, I think, one of the best divisions in boxing.
We still have more shows to do. We can do another featherweight show.
You got Cuellar, Argentina, who lost. You got Jojo Diaz. You got Lee Selby, Abner Mares, Oscar Valdez, Carl Frampton, Gary Russell Jr., Leo Santa Cruz. I mean, come on.
Gary who?
Gary. Oh, here's another thing I want to say. The welterweights are such prima donnas. It is the prima donna weight division in boxing. I'm getting so sick of the welterweights. It's like they don't want to fight each other. They have to have tune-up fights all the time. Other than Kell Brook and Errol Spence and Porter, but I just don't like the welterweight division anymore. I'm over it. They are prima donnas. Lamont Peterson, Jesse Vargas, Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, Bradley, Amir Khan, Errol Spence, Porter, Kell Brook, Thurman, and more. But I'm sick of the welterweight division. I'm sick of it. They're a bunch of prima donnas, man. I can't find.
You love the welterweight. The state of the welterweight.
The state of the welterweight. No, birds of a feather. That's my favorite division, the featherweight.
Why don't we just do the Phantom of the Bantam opera? We'll do the Phantom of the Bantamweight.
That's good. The Bantamweight.
We'll do Broadway themed boxing shows like we're going to do the Phantom of the Bantamweight.
And the Phantoms of the Bantamweight.
That's my boy Shinsuke.
Shinsuke Yamanaka.
Yes.
Jamie McDonald, who's been quiet lately.
No, he fought. I think he fought last week.
Lee Haskins.
Haskins is good.
And that's it.
That's it. The bantamweight. That can't be the entire.
That's it.
Get off of this strange website you're
Juan
looking up.
Carlos Payano. This is the ring.
Okay, get off the ring.
Ring.
You're giving every time you click.
The Phantom
you
weight.
feed a small De La Hoya child.
All right.
By the way, Bernard Hopkins, shut up.
I can't stand Bernard Hopkins.
Just wanted to at least say that before I leave. Just shut up. He didn't get pushed. He's still saying it.
He's the worst. Scotty Casual loves Bernard Hopkins and Deontay Wilder.
Oh, by the way, I think that other fight's off. I think that whole April 29th Coliseum, I think Adonis just chickened out of everything. I think so.
Chicken? That Kovalev
I got a little tip.
Oh,
so,
my God.
We could talk about that in the next segment. Yes.
Oh, my God. All right, you're listening to Loaded Gloves NYC. Broadcasting from the Loaded Gloves Studios in Lower Manhattan. Check us out on Facebook at The Loaded Gloves. Check us out on SoundCloud, on iTunes, on TuneIn Radio, and Univision, baby. We are on Univision. Shout out to all our fans all over the world. Shout out once again to Siskreet Sor Rungzavi. The boxing gods have shined down on Thailand again. We love you, Knucklehead Nation. We are out.
What's the matter with you people? I was joking! Don't you know a joke when you hear one?
I've got a little something for Rosie Perez. She is a goddess. She's the Loaded Gloves goddess.
Okay.
Rosie, I got a little song for you.
Oh, no.
I got
another song.
We're about to sing a love song for Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez, you are the Loaded Gloves boxing queen. Please don't punch me in the spleen. Loaded Gloves NYC loves you and would never pick a fight with you. Rosie Perez, the boxing content in your head makes all the men drop dead. Rosie, eres mi reina de Brooklyn. If it wasn't for your character and White Man Can't Jump, I would be broken. Manos de Pierda said no más. Mario Lopez was saved by the bell. Una vez más. Rosie Perez, Loaded Gloves New York, is on the scene, baby.